Hello, happy Friday. Oh my God, what a week. What a week. I've had a shitty week. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be honest and say, I had a shitty week. Have you had a shitty week? Like, I'd like to know how your week is. Because sometimes you just have a shitty week. And it's really interesting because people often say to me when they meet me at events and stuff, people go, oh my God, do you ever get flat? Do you ever feel like unhappy? And I'm like, fuck yes. Like, of course, because I'm a human, right? Like, we're all humans. And I think there's people who appear to have no problems in the world. Now, everyone's got problems. Like everyone has problems. And the interesting thing is, people say to me, I just like to have no problems. I'm like, it's a dead person's goal. If you're alive, you've got problems, right? Now, some people have big problems. Some people have little problems. Some people have stinky fucking problems. Some people have easy problems, right? But everyone has problems. And some people just appear to be better at problems than other people, right? Now, I'm fucking really good at problems. Possibly I'm too good at problems. I'm not sure. I've got lots of strategies and ways of recoping, and I'm a really good natural reframer. So I'm really good at reframing. So if something bad happens, I think, oh, well, I'm fucking positive Polly, pain in the ass. But this week's been really shitty. Just not for any big reason, like nothing really big or problematic happened. Just lots of sort of what I call a fuckery lasagna. There's been layers and layers of fuckery. And I just think I've ended up with a lasagna of kind of shit. And I think, well, I'm a bit done with this lasagna of shit. And then I thought, well, who else has got that? Who else has got that? And do you know what's interesting is, I don't know about you, but when I'm feeling a bit like, I think, oh, fuck, I'm just going to keep to myself. One of the reasons is I don't want to spread my shit everywhere. I think shitty moods are sort of more contagious than COVID, aren't they? They're quite shitty. And some people should have to wear full PPE gear some weeks because they're so shitty. And you think, oh, don't come in here and spread all your shit, right? And the problem is that when you're feeling like shit, you either can't be bothered talking to someone, or you kind of want to talk to people, but you feel like a burden. I feel like I don't want to bring down their buzz. I love the idea. One of my favourite things in the world is to leave people better than when I see them. I love that. Like, I fucking love that. I'm like, if someone comes into contact with me and they are better after than before, I think what a fucking amazing job that is. I just think that's beautiful. Now, it's not my job to be ice cream. I'm not meant to make everyone happy. That's not my job. But I do like the idea of sort of contributing to the energy. And I don't really want to fuck up people's energy or be a burden. And then what happens is, this is one of the most annoying things for me. When you say, oh, well, I'm having a bit of a rough week, people go, oh, no, but, chin up. Your life's wonderful. And you're like, oh, fuck up, right? Just don't come at me with all that shit. And yeah, it is wonderful. But right now, it feels like a shit sandwich, not a jam sandwich, And it's like, actually, just calm down. Other times, people go, oh, what can I do? What can I do? And you're like, mate, I'm fucking struggling here to come up with a solution to get me through the next hour. And I don't really have the energy to come up with a solution for you. And I reckon if you want to help someone, come up with your own solution. Don't fucking ask them. Right? Like, I go, I don't know about you, but if you're in a really shitty space, you don't have the energy to tell someone what you need. And I think just do something. Just do something nice. Do something thoughtful. Whether you buy them a box of toilet paper because you think, well, fuck, that must help. You're having a shit week. Here's some toilet paper. Whether you're not going to need that, that's a useful gift, isn't it? Maybe you say, hey, do you want me to take you out for lunch? Maybe you just don't do much. My beautiful friend Fiona, she's a fucking legend. And I was like, she said, how's your week going? And I said, pretty shit. And what I love, we've kind of got the code between us where we just think about each other. So it's like we're both in a space where we both know each other really well to know that if I go, I'm not having a great week, she doesn't bombard me with, oh my God, how can I help? What do you need? What can I do? I'm like, oh, fuck off. Just fuck off. I want you just to stay over there, but I want to know you're thinking of me. And then she sent me this cutest little like meme that she'd seen. And it just said, when you're not around, I talk about how great you are. Now I looked at my phone and went, oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that lovely? That when I'm not with you, she talks about how great I am. Now, she might not. She might have just seen it. But she said, I saw this and thought of you. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. That's the nicest thing that's happened to me this week. I love that. Now, we've all heard about these love language arrangements. If you haven't heard about it, Gary Chapman wrote a book called Love Languages, and everyone has love languages. So one of my love languages is words of affirmation. I love a word. I love words. Now, for someone to send me something that says, when you're not around, I talk about how great you are, I go, oh, fucking, that's so lovely. One, that's thoughtful. Two, it's cute. Three, it's words, lovely words, right? That's beautiful. I think that's gorgeous. So a little bit of thought goes a long way, and I think not so much around the action. I don't know, I'm only speaking for me, but I don't know that we need necessarily to jump into action. I think we need to jump into thought. And I think what's a nice thing you can do for someone that they might go, oh, fuck yeah. What do you do? It's like when people die and people say, I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my God. So I did nothing. Well, do you know what? Nothing's not the fucking answer, is it? It's like, I don't know what to do. Drop off some meal vouchers, takeaway vouchers. Fuck, put some cash in the letterbox. If they're, say, a family and you think, because you know what? When people die, there's people coming and going. You need stuff. Just drop off some tea bags. I don't know. Just do something. And don't try and make it the person who's suffering's problem. Like, what do you want me to do? You're like, love, I'm overwhelmed. I don't need another fucking question about what you can do so you can feel good about helping me, because that's me helping you to help me, and that's a little bit fucked. Haven't got time. I don't have the energy to help you to help me. Right? I'd just rather you bug it off and then I could just help myself. So I like the idea of being thoughtful. I also like the idea of checking in on people who seem like they have everything sorted. Because I'm someone who has most things sorted. Like, I'm a pretty capable person. I'm very good at reframing. I have wonderfully buoyant mental health. I'm very lucky and privileged in my world. I've got good people around me. I'm in a good environment. I've got a good brain. I'm very grateful for so much, right? So grateful. But I do have a lot on my plate. I've got a shitload of responsibility. I've got a lot of people relying on me, got a lot of stuff going on. And so that's always going to show up. There's going to be wear and tear. There's going to be signs, right? But I think, who are the people in your life who always come across as strong? Who are the people that seem to always have it figured out? Because let me tell you, they have not. Who are the people you haven't heard from? Who are the people that always just say they're fine? Who are the people that are always there for everyone else? Who always seem happy? Who never ask for any help? Or maybe just people that have been a bit quiet lately. Just give them a poke and go, hey, how you doing? If you don't hear from them, maybe try another way of poking. Maybe drop something in their letterbox if you live locally. Maybe post them a wee letter. I don't know, maybe try and phone them or text them or message them on a different platform and just go, hey, how you doing? Because I think just staying in contact, letting people know, all they need to say is, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you. That's, I think, one of the greatest gifts we can do. Really big on thoughtfulness. And I'm sitting today thinking about how much I love it when people are thoughtful, right? How much do you love it? So being thoughtful, I reckon, is a gift. I think that's a gift. So my shitty week is getting better. I'm definitely happy, feeling lighter at the end of the week than I was at the beginning. It felt like I was under a big pile of fucking mud. And I thought, oh, and when you start getting in that, what happens is you get mud on your glasses or shit on your glasses. All you can see is shit. Right? So you start going, oh, that shit. And then guess what? The universe responds. Oh, my God. And I love the idea that whatever you believe is true. So if you believe you're having a shit week, guess what? You're having a shit week. Well, I fell into that trap, fucking left, right and centre. I was like, all right, fuck this. I was stomping around. I was being cunty. I like that word, cunty. Just being cunty. It's one of my favourite words up there with fuckery. So in the fuckery lasagna that was my week, I was behaving badly. I said to Michaela, my ever fucking patient business manager, I said, I think I've got a bad attitude. She said, what do you mean? I said, I've got a fucking bad attitude. Oh, right. She knew. She laughed. But at least I knew. That's a good thing. Awareness is helpful. Awareness in good people. So get some thoughtfulness in your life. Find some thoughtful people, right? And have a chat with your friends about the fact that when you're in a shit space, you might not want them to fix it. It's really lovely. I love going, hey, what's going on? Having a really bad time. I had a friend recently rang me up. I said, how you going? Having a shit time. I went, anything I can do? I said, probably not. I said, cool. Do you want to just talk some shit? He's like, yeah, cool. We just talked shit, and it was lovely. We were just like, yeah, that's shit. I'm sorry you're having a shit time. Shit times aren't nice, are they? Nah. And we just yarned about nothing, but I didn't try and fix his shit because I can't, because of his shit, right? And his shit's his shit and my shit. And we've all got little piles of shit and sometimes they pile up. So that's my observation. Think about who you could reach out to today and just go, hey, how you doing? Or maybe flick them a message and say, you do so much for so many people. I just wanted to know I was thinking about you. Just grateful for how much you do. Just thinking about how you always show up. Just wanted to know I see you, I love you, and I'm thinking about you. Isn't that lovely? I see you. I love you. I'm thinking about you. I reckon that's all we can ask for. I reckon if everyone sent that message to someone every day, world would come right. There you go. So I see you, I love you, and I'm thinking about you. I want to know how your week is. Drop me a line. I'd like to know what's your thing you like when you're in a, fuckery lasagna, layers and layers of fuckery. How do you get out of it? What's your favourite strategy? That's my question. My observation is about thoughtfulness. So, thank you for listening to my podcast. It's fucking thoughtful of you. Love your work. See you soon. Bye.